Hi, welcome to the Jeff and Jerry Show. My name is Jeff. I'm the Borough Manager of Mount Pleasant, and my co-host,
Jerry Lucia, Mayor of Mount Pleasant.
And Jerry, the shirt our new shirts came in.
I'll tell you, Armstrong really did a nice job.
Okay, I accidentally picked up an older shirt, but I see you're on the ball.
Well,
and
Jeff,
you got the new shirt.
I kept telling you need glasses.
Well, I was busy this morning, but you do look good. I can't wait to wear it.
I'll tell you what, they feel good.
They feel good,
nice.
And so we want to thank Armstrong again for that.
Three shirts, 3 different colors.
That's right. There was 3 of them.
Yeah.
And I picked the 4th, the old one.
that
tells you.
That was the 1985 model.
Yeah. Well, I hope everybody's ready for this show. This is part 2 of the Diane and Jerry show, which we did last year. It was
September.
It was in September. And the show had one of the highest ratings for the year of 2020.
Now, I find that hard to believe.
Okay, well, the statistics are there. I don't have them in front of me, but we have the statistics. And so we now are going to do part 2 because we left the show at a certain point that was really starting to get interesting. And if you remember, Diane, the show was about that first kiss.
Yes,
okay,
I remember.
We stopped it, and the people have been just waiting to hear that story.
I'm sure.
Okay. So today we're celebrating this around the Valentine's season, Valentine holiday coming up. So we thought maybe this would be a good chance, since Valentine's associated with love and that first kiss, and now you end up married. I think that's a perfect example of what Valentine's Day is. And I think you dressed appropriately for Valentine's Day show.
I figure red for Valentine's.
You did.
Right?
It looks great, and the lipstick's red, and you got this red hose on. It's perfect.
I don't have red hose on.
You're perfect, okay? So let's go back, and just to summarize a little bit, Jerry, you two met at
Jimmy Paul's.
Jimmy Paul's restaurant.
Yes.
And I think you guys went out on a date.
Well,
it was a couple's
that
date.
night
Yeah.
we went home. Yeah.
Yeah. And take me to that point that, was it an awkward situation?
Well, it wasn't really awkward, but what he said was a little strange.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that. So let's reiterate what you just said. What he said was a little strange.
Well, we walked our house. I lived in Norvell at the time, and our house sat in the back, and my grandma and grandpaps sat in the front.
Okay.
So you would have to park there in their driveway, and they were older couple.
Okay.
Who
probably always looked out the window.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So you would have to walk to the back. So we walked to the back, and we're at the back door. And
was it a nice night?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was in May.
Okay.
Beginning of May.
And it was probably a little bit cool out.
It was nice out.
But it was nice out. Stars out?
I can't remember.
Okay.
That.
So we want to set the scene. So you're now on the porch, standing or sitting?
Standing.
You're standing at the porch.
Standing,
okay.
Yeah. And he said to me, kissed me, and he said to me, "You're a nice kid."
You're a nice kid.
You're a nice kid. Honest.
Well, I know my first impression of that. What was your first impression of that?
Well, I'm glad to still be a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you do.
Because I was only 17 years old.
And he was 42. No. So you're 17 years old, and how old were you?
2 years older.
Oh, well,
19. Yeah.
Well, he thought he was big stuff.
Yeah, he said, "You're really a nice kid," and I said, "Oh, thank you."
Did he say anything about the kiss?
It was just like it was a nice kiss.
Was it okay? Was it it was not on the cheek?
Oh, no, it was on the lips.
Okay, and was it a longer kiss?
Yeah,
It wasn't
it
a peck.
was.
You know what a peck was.
I knew then that I would see him again.
Is that right?
Definitely.
So
yes.
how did you feel after he gave you that, was it a tingling feeling that you got, huh, Diane?
It was a good feeling. I
Was
mean,
it-
I knew that I could tell he was a nice person, somebody that I would want to date.
Yeah.
And so-
Well, you probably knew that before.
And
that,
you know
though,
what
didn't
was
you?
really strange is, I think I told you this last time, we knew so many of the same people, and like I knew all his relatives and friends, but we had never met before.
Huh.
So that was kind of strange, in Mount Pleasant being a small town.
But that might have been good.
Well, yeah,
Because then you didn't have any
right, that's right, yeah.
Pre-premonition. Okay, so look at you,
Yeah, look at me.
and now you gave her the kiss and said, "You're a nice kid."
He probably don't even remember that he
Okay.
said that,
Do
Jeff.
you remember you said that?
No.
Do you remember the kiss?
Oh, yes.
Huh?
Oh, my God. I melted.
Did you know, Jerry? I bet you did.
I did. I'll tell you, I had a hard time walking back to the car.
Well, you probably.
My feet were just on fire.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, did she invite you in?
No,
No,
my
no,
mother and dad were in bed.
Oh,
so.
well, but you would have, if they would have been up.
Oh,
you
yeah,
would have
I
invited them in.
probably would have, yeah.
Now, did your grandmother and grandfather, did they say, "Hey, who's
they
that
never
guy"?
said anything. They used to say it mostly to my dad, because that was his parents, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, they were never mad about it,
No.
you know, but they'd just say, you know, oh, Diane came in late.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, I can't wait to hear those stories. so after you gave her the kiss and you said, "You're a nice kid," what was going through your mind? Because I can't imagine that statement either.
I just thought she was a nice girl and very attractive, and and I think I did call you the next day.
No, you came back to Jimmy's on Monday.
Oh,
Monday.
What night was this?
This was a Friday night.
So there was 2 days went by.
2 days went by, but
And
my
you never heard from
girlfriend,
him?
well, my girlfriend said to me, you know, she said, I think he has money. And I'm saying,
Well, I think he does too.
I'm saying, really?
that's accurate.
I think he does too. I don't think he tells us and tells you.
And he said he bought his old girlfriend. She was there at Christmas. I don't know how she got to be wherever Yuns were, but she said you bought her like this beautiful watch. And I'm saying, oh, really?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about him not contacting you for a couple of days?
Well, because
that kind of bother you a little bit?
No, because I knew that he had to go to a communion in Greensburg. And I think he was going with his old girlfriend. He had a girlfriend, Jeff. He had a girlfriend.
This is better than I
Yeah.
thought. So now you take Diane out, okay, and you decide to give her that goodbye kiss for the night, okay? And you said, "You're a nice kid." Was that because you had another girlfriend at the time?
That could be.
You didn't want to.
I have no idea.
Well, I'm just going to say that's the reason. Okay.
No.
I mean, I really didn't know that he had a steady girlfriend, but, you know, he did.
Huh. What was her name?
No, I'm not
So, okay, so then, well, we have to pursue this line here. So now you have a girl who I know you're attracted to, because you end up marrying her, and she's a good kisser, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? You thought she was a
And
good
a nice
kisser.
kid.
And a nice kid.
Nice
Yeah, well,
kid.
we're not going to say that too much. But okay, but now, what do you think about the other girl at the time? You think, well, I better decide on who I'm going to pursue now? And so did you, in that 2-day period, did you do a lot of thinking and decide to
You want me to remember that?
well, or come up with a story that's good. So you decided eventually, somewhere down the line, it was time to pick one.
Yes.
And did you wait till a couple more dates before you picked one, or?
Well, we went out the next week,
Uh-huh.
you know, the following week. He came Monday, and then we went to the drive-in or somewhere.
Oh, well, then you had to be. Then you must have
Yeah.
already got rid of the other one by then. I mean, the drive-in.
Probably,
Yeah, the drive-in.
Yeah.
What movie did you see?
Oh my God, I don't remember.
Was it a romantic movie?
I can't remember.
Did he sit close? Did you sit close back then?
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's what everybody did. Everybody
You went to
did.
the drive-in and you got, well, I mean, remember we did all kind of food and, oh my God, everything at that snack bar.
Yeah.
And you'd see everybody at the drive-in.
Yeah. How'd you feel? Did you feel like this guy's it? And
Yeah,
and
yeah, I kind of did.
Did
My
you
mother
tell
and
him?
dad both liked him, yeah.
did you talk about dating more and more?
Oh, yeah, well, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So that started the romance.
Yeah.
How long did you two date before he popped the question?
2 months.
2 months.
So you have to remember,
Well,
we're
back
talking
then-
about the 60s.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you're right.
we're
Back
talking
then,
about the
back then,
60s.
that's normal.
Yeah,
That was normal. So
2 months.
And so he
We got
popped the question.
engaged.
And then how long did it take before you decided?
That was in July, and then we got married in November.
in November.
Right.
And so you planned the wedding, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
it was a nice wedding.
Was he helpful in that?
Yeah, he was. His family was, yeah.
Now he's Italian.
Uh-huh.
Now, what nationality?
Half Italian and half Polish.
Oh, well then that's good
Yeah.
because then then that fit right into
Right.
the theme of the wedding. And
My mother's full-blooded, well, my mother was full-blooded Italian, my dad was full-blooded Polish.
okay,
So I had the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, that's good. So so now that you have had the first big kiss and you went on these dates at the drive-in, what was going through your mind during this whole thing?
I was really fell for her, and
You fall pretty hard.
oh, I fell hard.
Did you?
I slipped and fell.
Well, this was. Well, think about it. That day was in May. You got it. You proposed. I'm assuming in July, and you got married in November.
November.
But that was a whirlwind
Yeah,
summer.
right. It was.
And I had a good job at the time. I was working in a
Well, you were
steel
rich.
mill.
You had money, right?
So we thought.
I was a steel worker. I had money till I got married.
So now, so during the wedding, Jerry, any stories about that part of your relationship at the wedding? Do you remember anything that would happen at the wedding? Was there anything special?
You know, we had a big wedding.
Yeah, I mean, back
She had a
then the
big
weddings.
family,
Yeah.
And I had a big family.
Back then the weddings lasted all day. You got married in the morning.
Is that
morning
right?
mass, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock in the
9
morning.
o'clock, and afterwards.
Now, do you know what church you got married
Oh
at?
yeah, St. Bernardine's.
St. Bernardine,
Yeah.
beautiful church.
St. Bernardine's. Afterwards, we had like rolls and coffee. That was the first part of the day. You had rolls and coffee. Then at lunchtime, you had a sit-down dinner. And then in the evening was the reception.
So the rolls and coffee, did you go to a hall to do that?
It was over at St.
Pius.
Pius Hall.
Where the school hall was.
Yeah, where the school hall was.
Oh, okay.
And that's where the...
So St. Bernardine was over.
Right, it was
on-
over there, and then you went a
You had to
couple
go over there.
blocks. Right.
And so the rolls and everything. Now, did most people that with the church, did they go over there for that?
Yeah. And then at lunchtime was the sit-down dinner. It was over there too. Same place, same hall. And then the reception in the evening was at Kosciuszko's.
So the reception then was more of the dancing and the drinks
yeah,
and all that,
and drinks and more food.
and more food
Oh
It
yeah,
was catered.
it was 3 parts.
too. So you had 3 different parts to
3
that.
parts. People don't know today, like how easy. I mean, I know things are more expensive today, but you're actually getting off with just one event.
Yeah.
You know, you go and do the wedding, and then you have the reception.
Now, was that normal? All weddings sort of that
Oh,
way?
pretty much so, yeah. And they were all like morning masses mostly.
So you and hey, Italian food and Polish food, you
Uh-huh.
can't beat that.
Right.
That probably was the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
A lot
it
of
was.
cookies.
Oh, a lot of cookies.
Because all your aunts.
Yeah.
Oh, you made
Oh,
'em.
my God. They made cookies for weeks.
Now, did you have the bridal dance?
Oh, yeah.
And did you do the hanky thing for the
Uh-huh.
bridal dance?
Yep, everything.
Now, at the end of
Traditional.
the bridal dance, did he come and
Uh-huh.
pick you up
Yeah.
and take you out?
Yeah,
That was romantic, wasn't it?
it was fun, yeah. And then we went to, well, we were going to Washington, D.C.
Well, we're talking about the honeymoon in a minute here.
Oh, my God.
Okay, I don't want to you're speeding up too quick here, Diane. So, do you have any stories that you remember that happened at the reception?
At the reception?
Anything?
No, not really. I mean, we had a nice band. They were a polka band. They were from Greensburg, the Emanuel Brothers, remember? And who catered? Somebody from Everson,
Stankovich.
Stankovich.
He was a big caterer.
Yeah,
at the
he was a
time.
big caterer then.
Mhm.
No, I mean, everybody had a good time.
Now, the friends that you guys had, that you said that you never met them, but you had all those friends were invited.
Oh,
right?
yeah, right.
And they're probably still some of your friends, maybe, if they're still
yeah,
around.
yeah,
Well, that's good.
yeah.
So, a lot of gifts.
Yeah, back then, people gave more gifts than money. You know, now today, you have more money.
Or
It's
gift
almost
cards,
all money.
yeah.
Exactly, or gift cards.
Well, you know what happens too? A lot of people today, I
Yes.
think, sometimes they even live together.
Well, that's true.
So now they have their own place,
That's
so they
true.
have all their own
Yeah.
toasters and all that.
Furniture.
They have
Yeah.
all that already. So yeah, they don't need a lot of that
No.
stuff.
See,
Money-
back then, not too many people lived together.
No,
No,
I wouldn't think at all. Did you ever think about living together?
no.
No,
No.
I don't think that even comes.
No, it never even came
Not like
to the
today.
thought. No.
So you got a lot of gifts.
Yeah, we got a lot of gifts.
Anything come to mind?
And we got money, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much you get on the bridal dance? You remember?
Oh,
You
my.
can give me a range.
Probably close to 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, back now you can get like a couple thousand
Oh,
on a bridal
easily.
dance, if not more.
Did he take the 1,000? Did he take the 1,000 or two?
I think we took it on our honeymoon.
Did you take it on honeymoon? I can't wait for that story. So did he take the shoe off? You know, that tradition of taking the shoe
You know
off for the
what?
baby?
I think somebody did. Took my shoe
Yeah,
off
they took
and
your shoe and
passed
passed it around. Because
Yeah.
that's money for the first child.
Right, right. Yeah. And then I had a shower, bridal shower before that.
Did you have a bachelor party?
I don't
No, I
know.
don't think.
I don't think.
Well, he can't remember that, but he can remember the caterer from Everson. But he can't remember it was a bachelor party.
I don't think you did.
No.
Okay, so now you are now married, and did you go right to Washington D.C. or did you stay?
We went to Breezewood. And that's where
That
we
was the
stayed.
honeymoon night.
That was the honeymoon night in Breezewood. It's a Holiday
Were
Inn.
you nervous?
And the hotel burnt down.
No, not that night.
Well, it was kind of hot that night, right, Diane?
It did burn down there.
That last year.
Okay.
It waited 50
Well,
years.
about walking and tell stories. So now, so now, you go to Breezewood.
Yeah.
And what was it? What kind of hotel was it? You remember the name?
It was Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Well, that was a nice hotel.
Oh,
At that
we
time,
did.
it was
Huh?
Holiday
We
Inns
went
were
first
nice.
class.
Yeah.
Remember, I had the money from the bride.
And you were rich. So did you have that planned, or did you already? Was that just stopped on a way?
We
You
just,
said,
you know what? We didn't have reservations or anything, did we?
Boy,
we just took
that's
a chance.
exciting, huh?
Yeah, taking a chance.
You
know.
two are adventurous.
Oh, yeah.
I bet the whole night was adventurous.
No, Washington. Wait till we got to Washington.
So now that's a special night, the honeymoon night. Okay.
I hope you're not going to ask for details.
No, was it as special as you wanted it to be?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only question I'll
Yeah.
have for you.
It
Well,
was nice.
remember, she was with me.
Well, did he fall asleep?
Not right away.
I know his phone didn't ring because they didn't have cell phones back then.
No.
So,
Cell phones.
Things were so different
Yeah.
back then.
okay, so now you wake up, you had the breakfast probably,
Breakfast.
because there's a lot of places to eat at Breezewood.
Right.
So now you head to Washington, D.C., and that was your honeymoon.
Well, we stopped in Hagerstown to go to church. Hagerstown,
Oh, well,
Maryland.
that's
Yeah, to a little church. It's still there.
Is
In
it?
fact, my daughter has, and we've gone back there a couple times in Hagerstown.
That's very nice.
Cute little church.
I always kneel down and say, why?
Let's talk about that. So now you're in Washington, D.C., and who planned the honeymoon out? Was that you, or was that both
We
of you?
didn't really plan it.
No.
Oh, so that's another
No,
adventure. You just
no.
decided to.
You know, back then in the 60s, you either went to Washington, D.C., New York City,
Niagara
or
Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Niagara
That-
Falls was the big
That was the
place.
big place.
For some reason, though, we didn't want to go there.
No.
Maybe because it was November.
I think that
Yeah.
was it. We got married in November, and that's why we didn't go there. But we went later on in years. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But D.C. was nice, and we got a limousine driver to give us the tour.
It was a redhead woman.
Red-haired.
No, wait a minute. Did you take a limousine, or you just had the driver from a limousine?
No, she came and got us.
In a limo?
In a limo.
It was like a tour, like you could do
Yeah.
Washington, D.C. in a limousine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
You know, all
okay,
around D.C.
okay.
Yeah, so she gave us the tour, Arlington National Cemetery,
Yeah.
the whole thing. And but she was a crazy driver.
Yeah.
She'd make U-turns and yeah, she was
Well,
crazy.
traffic probably wasn't as bad back in the '60s as it is now.
no.
You know,
No.
plus the whole state, the whole town's blocked off.
Yeah.
So now you took the tour. How long did you stay on your honeymoon down there?
About 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And then
It
we
was
came
about
back
3 or
and
4.
stopped back in Hagerstown again because we liked the town.
Uh-huh.
We stopped there, I think, for a night, and then we went home.
Like at a bed and breakfast there?
I can't remember. I think just a hotel.
No, yeah, it was a hotel, and because we stayed there that night and we went to the movies.
Yeah, right. There wasn't much
It
to
was
do,
a
but it was a
town.
cute little town.
Yeah, Hagerstown. Well, yeah.
It
yeah.
still is. My daughter lives close.
Do you go
to it.
shopping? I know you like to shop. Do you go shopping
No,
down
not then. No. But I do now when I go to Nicole's.
there? Yeah. No casinos were there either.
No,
You can't
there's
go to
no
a casino.
casinos around.
No. So Washington D.C. was it something that you thought it would be going there for the honeymoon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay, so now you're back.
Not today. A married couple wouldn't go to Washington,
No.
D.C.
No.
Well, there probably are some, but I don't think that's a
Yeah.
I mean,
top
for the
10
cherry
destination.
blossoms, I would go, well,
Yeah.
we've already gone for that, for the cherry blossoms.
Well, that's not the top 10 destinations you
And
think
to
of.
the
No,
zoo,
Yeah.
we're going to the zoo down there.
People want to go. They go to Mexico now. They go
Oh,
to
definitely.
the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Caribbean,
They go
places
like
like
where
that.
it's warm. Well, you went in November to Washington D.C.
And
Right?
It was a nice.
Oh, it was
weekend.
nice weather, though.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
It really was. Matter of fact, when we got married, the day we got married, it was 66 degrees
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
in November.
You remember
Sun
that?
was
You remember
out.
that too? But
Boy,
you're
I
See?
sure did.
60s. Well, think a little bit harder on some of those other questions that you say you don't remember. But it was 66 degrees. Well, that was warm in
Yeah, it
November.
was.
Oh, it was. It was a beautiful
nice.
day.
What was the color? Real quick, back to the wedding. What was the color? You wore white, but what was the color of the?
It was close to Christmas, month before Christmas, so they had velvet, like burgundy velvet gowns, beautiful gowns. And then the flower girl, who was Jerry's niece, had a burgundy velvet gown with a muff, what a muff
Yeah,
she put
yeah.
her hands in, and it was white fur.
Oh, but that was cute.
Yeah, and she had a little white fur like headpiece. It was
Yeah.
real cute.
And what about the guys? What did they wear?
Black tux.
Black tux.
Yeah. Well, that's always standard.
Yeah.
So So now you believe it or not, we only have 5 minutes left. So
Oh
we
my
gotta,
God.
So now you're back home here.
Wow.
Where did you move? Where did you move? Right now you live on Ramsey Terrace.
Right.
But where did you live?
The first year we were married, we stayed with my mother and dad in Norveld at their house till we were ready to rent a place.
Yeah, the guy with all the
Mount
money,
Pleasant.
and you have to live
Yeah.
with your mom and dad. Does that make sense to you, Diane? Didn't you say to yourself, "There's
Her
something wrong
mother
here"?
loves me.
Then you. Well, I believe that because I remember. But don't you think to yourself, he got all this money and we're living at
Well,
home here?
here's the thing. We stayed there, that was November. We moved out of there like in the next summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
September of the
Well, it would be hard to move that time of year anyhow, right close to
right.
Christmas.
And we really hadn't looked for places,
Yeah.
so we didn't have much of a choice. But, he was working a lot. Anyway, he worked shifts, in the mill,
Yeah.
so it worked out okay.
Well, listen, how long have you been, as of today, how long have you been married?
This year will be 56 years.
Well, that's a testament to that first kiss, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. Right.
Yeah.
I guess, I guess you being a good kid lasted
I guess,
56 years.
Yeah.
She's still like a kid.
I bet she is. Well,
She
I-
gets her where she wants.
well, I think you're active. You're
Oh,
always active.
yeah,
You're
I
a young. You're young for years of number of years. You're young. You act
Thank
young.
you. I do. I try to.
So
I remember thinking back to the years when my aunts and uncles had their 50th wedding anniversary, and I thought, boy, I'm glad they made it to
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because there wasn't too many people made it to 50.
Oh, yeah.
Well, back then they probably didn't live
That's,
that long.
that's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Now
yeah.
today, people get divorced, so it's
Yeah.
like it's one. But that's why 56 years is a great number to achieve. So you didn't have a 50th anniversary?
No, what we did is
Because I know
our
I didn't
kids
get invited.
asked
I know
us.
I didn't get invited.
Yeah,
so I
well,
didn't-
Jerry and Nicole asked us if we wanted something like that, and we said, no, not really. Let's just do something like with us. So what they did, and this is another story in itself. My kids, and my grandchildren, we all went up to Seven Springs for the buffet, like
My
on the
sisters,
actual,
too.
and Jerry's sisters, on the actual, like, anniversary day. And then Jerry and Nicole bought us season tickets that year for the Pirates.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
And the thing, it was a wonderful gift. We weren't expecting it, But the thing is, they pick out the games for you. So, it's hard to get to all those games.
Yeah.
But that's what they did. And then they made us like an album, like that we had to guess what the gift was,
Okay.
But yeah, it was a nice gift.
Well, good.
But yeah, we really didn't want to have anything big.
Well, and sometimes those things are for the family
Right,
and your
right.
and your friends than it is more for you two. Well, it's a fascinating story, and we never even got to the
there's-
rest of your life, which
It can be continued.
I think we're going to have to continue because I do have some questions about how it was to live with the mayor and the fire chief all these years.
Jeez, yeah.
So we're going to talk about. I think we will do one later on.
Okay,
Later on.
okay.
Because we have a surprise show coming up.
Oh, wow.
As you know, Diane, this is breaking news here for our show. Rick is going to be on a show,
Good.
and I'm sure this is not news, right? She's your fiance, and you've asked her to marry you. So we're going to have a show with Rick and his future wife,
Good.
and you and Jerry, and that's going to be an upcoming show, and we're going to do a little game show.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Which is going to be interesting about who knows each
boy.
other better. Two people who have been married for 50-some years, or two people that have known each other for a shorter period of time. So, I hope you enjoyed the show. Always a fun show about Jerry. Always a fun show about Jerry, for sure.
Wait, the next show, you ask me the questions.
Well, I will.
I'll give you the answers.
I will. And so Diane's a great guest. So for Jerry and Diane, hope you enjoyed the show and look forward to this new upcoming show coming up with the couples. And we'll see you next time.